Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be discussing the new National Education Policy 2020, the important points and the major changes it brings. So if we see the background, a committee was formed under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan, which submitted a draft to the Ministry of Human Resource Development on 31st May 2019. That is last year. So finally this year on 29 July, the Union Cabinet approves the new National Education Policy 2020. Here we can note down the important dates, like the date when the draft of NPE 2020 was submitted, that is 31st May, and then again on 29 July it was approved. So let's proceed. If we look to the Indian education system, the first policy for education which came after independence was in 1968. During the government of Indira Gandhi. And then the second one came in 1986 during the government of Rajiv Gandhi, which was modified again in 1992 under the government of P.V. Narasimha Rao. And this previous policy focused on access and equity of education. By access, it means availability, and by equity, it means fair treatment. And as we can see, the only major improvement since the last policy have been the Right to Education Act 2009, which was an Act of Parliament of India enacted in 4th August 2009. Here free education was inserted in the Constitution by Article 21A, which gives free education for children of 6 to 14 years, and the third policy finally came after 34 years on 2020 under the Narendra Modi government, which focuses on access to quality education. Remember, in the previous policy, it focused on the access. Here in the new policy, it focuses not only on the access, but access to quality education. So now let us see some of the major changes that this policy brings. Firstly, change in the school academic structure. If we look at the previous academic structure, it was 10 plus 2. The age, as we can see, 10 to 16 years and then 16 to 18. Now in the new academic structure, it proposes to have 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 form. As we can see on the right side of the table, where the first 3 years, that is preschool, which consists of KG, LKG and UKG. After preschool, we will have class 1 and 2. Together this forms 5 years. After that, 3 years, that is from class 3 to 5, will be primary schooling, followed by another 3 years, that is from class 6 to 8, which is middle schooling. And then 4 years, that is class 9 to 12, will be secondary schooling. So altogether, it forms the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure. If we can see the change, children from 3 to 5 years have been included in the formal education system for the first time. Now coming to point number 2. The policy proposes mother tongue to be a medium of instruction till the 5th grade, because it is believed that children will learn better in their mother tongue during their early age. Next, the report card will be comprehensive based on skill and capabilities, wherein students' academic as well as practical and co-curricular activities will also be included. So here, even the co-curricular activities will be included. Next, change we can see is the ministry increases 60% of its total GDP on education. Currently, India spends 3% of its total GDP as per the 2018-19 economic survey. Next is, from 6th grade, students will be taught coding. This have been already practiced in China for very long. Next, change in the UG degree structure. The UG degree structure, which now will be available for the duration of 3 to 4 years. Students now have flexibility to leave their degree at any point during the course of their period and also return back to start where they have left. So I will tell you what does this means. This means that they will not be required to start from their first year again. And in this, students will also receive appropriate certificates, For example, a student will be awarded diploma for 1 year UG education, advanced diploma for 2 years UG education, and a proper bachelor's degree for 3 years as well as for 4-year course. According to this policy, the UG program will be credit-based. In a credit-based academic system, 1 credit will be equal to 1 hours of teaching like lectures or tutorial or 2 hours of practical and field work. Next is 1 year of master's degree. The master's degree, as we know, used to take 2 years. It still exists, but now the second year of master's degree will be focused on research for those who have completed an UG degree of 3 years. And for those who have completed 4 years of UG program with research, they will have their master's degree in 1 year. Next is MPhil, the master's in philosophy, which is also like the PhD. But the difference between MPhil and PhD is, in MPhil the duration is 2 years, whereas in PhD the minimum duration is 3 years. Also, the MPhil do not offer a doctorate degree, whereas the PhD does. And also the MPhil dissertation is usually shorter than the PhD thesis. So previously, it was a trend to do the MPhil before getting into admission for PhD. Moreover, in some institutions, they do not allow to directly join the PhD program. However, with this new policy, the government is discontinuing the MPhil. Students who have completed their masters will be eligible for direct PhD admission. Next. The HRD Ministry is now renamed as Ministry of Education. The GER, which is the gross enrollment ratio, will be increased to 50% by 2035. The National Policy on Education have been renamed to National Education Policy NEP 2020. Now let us move towards the changes that it have made for teachers. So here the National Curriculum Framework for Teachers Education, that is NCFTE 2021, will be made by consulting NCERT. Next, by 2030, the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be 4 years integrated B.Ed degree, and in every stage of schooling, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, teachers will have to qualify the Teachers Eligibility Test TET. This I'm talking about by 2030. So those were all the important points on NPE 2020 that we need to know. As of now, the policy looks perfect on paper. However, only time will tell how well it can be implemented. With this, I end the video. Thank you for listening.